Trust me when I say that I completely understand how frustrating and overwhelming manifestation can feel like. Sometimes it feels like it maybe doesn't even work or isn't even real. So instead of making another video trying to prove to you that it's real and tell you about new things, I'm instead going to give you a video that you can follow and you will see proof tonight after using this. That way it gives you immediate evidence of something to work off of so that you don't have to sit there and waste any more time questioning it or wondering if manifestation is even real. I am going to show you proof by tonight. And I am talking real, tangible proof. Evidence that you are going to start seeing right away. So if you are ready to start seeing proof tonight within hours, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below and we will get right into it. Now, if we're being completely honest, I spent years so completely frustrated with the idea of manifestation. It felt like this kind of weird, esoteric thing, some kind of mystical phenomenon where sometimes if you were good enough, you were granted things, but you had to follow these certain steps perfectly and it only worked sometimes. But then other times it was like this door was shut and it wouldn't open no matter what you do. And I would try and recreate things that worked in the past and nothing happened. It was so frustrating. But as most of you now here know me and my typical type A Virgo stubbornness, I set out on a 10-year plus mission, figuring out what this was all about, how it all worked, when it didn't work, and here is what I found. Manifestation is not about doing. It's about who you are being, how you are thinking, and how you are operating. So to make that more simple, how you're being, thinking, and operating. Sorry for such big emphasis, but how you are being determines your thoughts. Your thoughts determine how you operate. And if you're sitting there saying, what are you talking about? I'm still not getting it. Let me give you a firsthand real example to give you kind of a context. Let's say you are being a person who is broke or can't afford certain things. Because that is your way of being, you start thinking thoughts like, yeah, I can't afford that, or I don't have enough, or I need more money if I want to do that. And that way of thinking, in turn, restricts how you operate, determining what you spend money on, how you earn money, how you view money, how you save money, and all of the other ways you operate around money. Does that make sense? It's not just one factor. And most manifestation methods only kind of see things through one lens or one factor, but it's kind of this multifaceted thing, which is why it's so misunderstood. How you be determines what you think, and that in turn determines how you operate. Be, think, operate. And you can't escape these three factors, but you can shift them. And shifting one kind of causes a domino effect. So let's start there, and I'm going to walk you through this step by step. And really quickly, if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting the law of attraction with meditations and more, and I post brand new videos every single Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. So in order for you to start seeing results as soon as tonight and give you proof, I want you to follow these exact steps. Please do not differentiate. I know sometimes you see instructions and you say, okay, I'm actually gonna kind of try it this way and do my own thing, but really just follow this. I won't overcomplicate it for you. Trust me when I say that I pride myself in taking the confusion out of manifestation and giving you actual tools that you need to get the results you want. So if you can give me the next 5, maybe 6 minutes and truly just follow what I'm about to say, you have nothing to lose. You will only gain results. So step 1, let's get into step 1. I am going to give you a symbol, and then later on, you can use this process again and pick a new symbol for yourself. But please just trust me in me picking your first symbol, okay? Give this a chance because honestly, if I let you pick your own, it might not work. Because different symbols have so many meanings and attachments to every single person. So for this one, I'm just gonna pick it because I'm going to pick the most neutral one possible. One that you don't have a lot of feelings about, one that you don't necessarily care about or have any feelings about whatsoever. So just trust me, this symbol that I'm going to assign to you, the one that you will see evidence of as soon as tonight, if not sooner, is going to be stars. Stars is your symbol, and you might be sitting there rolling your eyes saying, well, I don't care about seeing a star. But the truth is, it's still a manifestation. When you put your energy into seeing a specific outcome and then you see it, that is a manifestation. But oftentimes, because it's not something you strongly want or desire or maybe even need, you tend to either miss it or dismiss it as unimportant and not a manifestation. But it is. And this is important because oftentimes the things that you want the most, you actually have the most resistance around. And therefore, that is why you struggle to manifest it. But if you made it more easy, more obvious, and not as hard, it could actually show up faster and easier. But because you are stuck in the wanting of it, you can't be in the receiving of it. Does that make sense? So let me give you this experiment of this seemingly silly symbol, because you will build on it and in turn use it to start manifesting what you do want, what you do desire. But start here, trust me. Because if you haven't been experiencing results, it's probably because you are stuck in the wanting of it. So let's get out of the wanting of it and get into the receiving of it. So now you have your symbol of stars. And here's what we're going to do with that. We are going to walk through those 3 steps of being, thinking, and operating. So let's start with being. How are you being around stars? That sounds really silly, right? Because you probably could care less. And that's great. That's exactly what you want. So let's say that you are being at ease around stars. That's what you want. You are being confidently at ease. You kind of don't care. You're just at ease with the symbol of stars. So enjoy that. Step 1 is done. You don't care. You're at ease, right? Your way of being around stars is ease, indifference, don't care. Now let's move into thinking. And this one just requires you to think this one consistent thought. Your one consistent thought is, I always see evidence of stars. It's easy and obvious. Stars just always show up for me. I always see evidence of stars. Do you see how you can kind of play around with those variations? Stars just always show up for me. That's it. You already don't care, and now you're actually just thinking this specific thought over and over again. I always see evidence of stars. It's easy and obvious. Stars just always show up for me. I always see evidence of stars. You're going to use this consistent thought by saying it 3 to 5 times. Do this throughout your day. Don't overcomplicate it. Maybe a few times in the morning, a few times in the middle of the day, and then a few times before bed. But listen up too, because if you are type A with some OCD tendencies like me, you can go ahead and set your alarm for 3 times throughout the day if that just feels satisfying to you. I know it kind of satisfies that need for like logic and order. So if that feels right to you, go ahead and do it. Or just cue yourself. Be like, hey, it's breakfast. Let me say it a few times. Hey, it's lunchtime. Say it a few times. Dinner. Say it a few times. Don't overcomplicate it. It's an easy, consistent thought. It shouldn't take more than 15 seconds. Do whatever works. It doesn't magically work if you're overly specific or you overthink it or you do it at this specific time. And when I say you are thinking this consistent thought, do this in whatever way feels best to you. You might be an out loud person or an in your head person, and the only way to find it out is to try it. So for me personally, I am an in my head person. I like saying affirmations in my head, not out loud. It's a personal choice. There is no right or wrong. You are not being graded on this. So if you want to find out what you are, try it right now. Say this out loud and then say it in your head and then notice which feels better to you. Ready? Repeat after me. I always see evidence of stars. It's easy and obvious. So which felt better? In your head or out loud? What feels most connected? What feels most authentic? What gets your feelings, your brain, everything on board? Do that. And I tend to be a little bit introverted, so I think that's why it works better in my head. So if you're introverted, it might be the same for you. But if you are a person who likes declaring things out loud to other people or socially, maybe out loud works better for you. No right or wrong. Say it however it feels best. Now, let's say that you do this and it doesn't work for you. Try it the other way. If you said it out loud, try it in your head. And if you said it in your head, try it out loud. Be willing to play around with this, customize it, make it your own. Do what works for you. Follow the steps, but the how is essentially up to you. Now let's get into the final step of this activation I've set up for you so you can start seeing proof, because you've already nailed step one, your way of being, because honestly, you don't care. You're at ease around the idea of stars. It's irrelevant. Don't really care. You'll be excited if you see it. You don't care if you don't. And by the way, that right there is the biggest secret to manifestation. That indifference and expectation from a place of ease. You're welcome. And we've done step two, where you've now activated the thought, and that thought is now been programmed into something called your reticular activating system within your brain, whose entire job is to give you evidence of exactly what you feed to it. And now your only job is to shift your way of operating, which, if I'm honest, will kind of happen automatically. There's not much you need to do here. It's more of a byproduct of step one and step two. Because shifting your way of being around seeing the symbol of stars means simply to act as if and be as though you're already experiencing it. You're going to operate as if it already happened. You're going to go throughout your day where seeing stars is just obvious, not just possible, but certain. Does that make sense? And here's kind of the biggest caveat. You have to open your eyes and be on the lookout for it. Get off your phone, get out of your head, and be ready to see it. Because if you don't turn off the millions of distractions all around you, and if you don't open your eyes to actually see it, how do you expect to see the symbol? And the symbol doesn't have to be insanely obvious. I mean, yes, you could go outside tonight and look up at the stars and you're like, wow, there you go. But what if the stars could show up in different ways? It could be in person. It could be on TV. It could be someone talking about stars. It could be a star piece of jewelry, maybe a sticker with a star on it, maybe even like a little star confetti on the ground. Watch how often non-obvious stars start showing up for you. I mean, do you see how kind of tiny and minuscule it might be? Like a little piece of confetti on the ground? Your job is to notice and see it because you manifested it, so pay attention. You've already activated it, so see it. And if by any chance there's a possibility you don't see it tonight, check tomorrow. Because when you expect something to happen, it tends to happen, kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what do you believe? What do you expect? What do you think will happen? And in turn, how are you operating based on all of that? Because that right there is how you are manifesting. Be, think, operate. These three things will truly simplify and amplify the way that you manifest. So I truly encourage you to try this out. Be, think, operate, like dominoes. And let me give you some extra tools to really kind of tie this all in together. If you want to dive deeper into clearing resistance so that you can be, think, and operate at the most optimum level, go ahead and download my free money workbook. I'm going to link it up here and I'll also link it down below. It is totally free and tens of thousands of people have used this workbook with incredible results. You don't have to take my word for it. And the best part is that you can even use it for things other than money. Just substitute in whatever you're manifesting, but it gets right to the root of the subconscious resistance that you're holding. And in turn, you can clear it really, really quickly. It goes deep and it gets you there fast. So go ahead and get your free copy. Again, it's going to be linked down below. And when you see your symbol after this process, please comment your story down below. I truly love reading through all of these. I read through pretty much every single comment. And these are some of my favorite videos, the ones where I have experiments where you see proof. And hearing your results in real time is such a joy to me that I can't explain. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. You can also find me over on Instagram and TikTok and Threads at MK Magic Mindset. And if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com. And I will see you in the next one.